Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'd like to say welcome to our new subscribers, and also thank you for tuning in again if you've been with me before. Today is a very exciting day. The sun enters Aries, also known as the welcome of spring. The spring equinox is here, and it's a seasonal change of new beginnings, emerging from a hibernation period we call winter here in the northern hemisphere. Aries itself is a cardinal fire sign, so the want to take charge and make things happen could be very strong. 0 degrees of the cardinal signs also signifies that things could be occurring on the world stage, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Aries energy at the 5-dimensional level is very pioneering, it's very adventurous, very passionate. On the 3-degree level, it's all about aggression, confrontation, and impatience. I think David Farrell said it best when he spoke about Aries energy, and that the best use of this energy is be centered in yourself, not self-centered. I love that. That really describes 3D and 5D energy in a very good way. So if you find yourself feeling overly aggressive, find some means in which you can express yourself, mindfully though. So whether that's a good physical workout, or if you're a creator or an artist, it's a great time to lock yourself in and just create. Just get into that very mindful space of just getting that energy out, getting it on paper, creating that pottery, writing a song, whatever it would be for you, whatever that form of art is that you would use to find that outlet, please do so. You can also transmute the energy by returning it to source. So if you find that it's a bit overwhelming, take a deep breath in, just then say to yourself, I'm returning this energy, transmuting this energy by returning it to source for the greater good of all. Exhale and let that energy go when you do. I'm truly feeling this myself. I've been under the weather for the past several days, and I want to be 100% now. I have to remind myself that health is more important than my want to get things done and accomplished, and my schedule has to take a back seat. So I apologize the video was not out yesterday, but that's why I was literally down. I've been down since last Wednesday, actually. Anyway, then 24 hours from now, actually less than 24 hours from now, early tomorrow afternoon, there's a new moon in Aries at 0 degrees 50 minutes. At this time, the sun and the moon, remember it's a new moon, so they're next to each other, Manway, which signifies new earth, Mercury, Jupiter, Chiron, Vesta, and Eris are all in Aries. That is a lot of cardinal fire, unbridled energy. Please be mindful of your thoughts and your words and your deeds now. You can't undo what's been done sometimes, so just slow yourself down when you need to. This Aries energy really wants to push things forward, push that agenda forward at all costs, right? There'll be no break. So at the time of this new moon, Mars is still square Neptune, but it's just a mild square. I believe they're almost 4 degrees apart. So, but continue to vet your information. We're just about out of that energy. So if you're feeling a little bit foggy, which I can't imagine with that much energy in Aries, we're still foggy. But if you are, take some time, vet your information, and within, a day or two, you should feel some sort of change. At the time of this new moon, Pluto begins its anaretic degree of Capricorn. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Is going to intensify this moon's energy as well. So intensity is the name of the game. But let's jump right into Pluto. I think that's the star of the show this week. This is a huge shift of energy. On Thursday, the 23rd, Pluto is going to move into Aquarius. Now, to put that in perspective, Pluto takes 248 years to orbit, spending about 15 to 20 years per sign. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was in 1789, so we haven't felt this energy before. On Thursday, when Pluto moves into Aquarius, it begins to square the nodal axis of destiny. Now, the nodal axis is not a planet; it is a measurement of the lunar of the lunations, right? It's not an asteroid. Like I said, it's a measurement. It is called the nodes of destiny because the north end of the spectrum in which the moon travels is the way in which collectively we should be moving. And the south node, or the south end of the destiny, is what we should be leaving behind. Now, Pluto is squaring this, and the square will be present until November of 2023. It's going to be most intense from April until mid-July, when those nodes are going to change signs. Right now, we're currently on the Taurus-Scorpio nodal axis. Taurus is the north node, Scorpio is the south node. Now, this gets so intense. Pluto transforms by intensification the qualities of the sign it's in, exposing any power imbalance or corruption to those qualities and how they relate to power, right? And we talked about Taurus, we talked about Scorpio. So those signs are really about finance, self-worth, shared resources, banking, food supplies, secrets, deception, manipulation. Scorpio also has a very skillful way of being silent and acting when necessary. So we're going to begin to see, quite possibly on the world stage, remember we've got 0 degrees, Aries is at 0 degrees at this time, where these systems have been corrupted by the misuse of power. Examples of this would be so difficult to talk about: the haves and the have-nots, taxation, who pays and who doesn't, shared resources, who can get loans, who can't, why can't they, who's connected, who's not. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. It's not your potential, it's about your wealth. It's kind of sad. Now, the sign of Aquarius is all about power to the people. It's all about social structures. It's all about communities and equality. I love that. Standing alone by yourself, but how you fit in and integrate into the collective. So if you've been hoping for change in any of those areas that I just discussed, just know they are forthcoming. This is not going to happen overnight, however. And our end game remains the same. Still focus on those Aquarian themes. Now let's talk about Pluto a little bit. Not to square the nodes, but to change from Capricorn to Aquarius. This is also huge. Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008, and just after it did, we had a massive banking crisis. It's now moving into Aquarius, but it will begin its next retrograde cycle on the 1st of May. It's just a very short visit into Aquarius before the retrograde cycle begins and it starts moving backwards again. It'll enter Aquarius again on the 11th of June and stay there until January 2024, meaning the destruction of systems defined by the qualities of the sign of Capricorn, whose power dynamics are imbalanced, will again be in focus for transformation. There will be one more final retrograde cycle back between Aquarius and Capricorn, late 2024. I think it's like September, October, November. But by the time we get to the end of 2024, we will be done with Pluto's destruction of the imbalance of power relative to all Capricorn themes. I absolutely love this. If the foundation in the system is proper and it's solid, it'll be fine. If it's corrupt, it's no longer supported and it's going to crumble. So if you yourself begin to see some of these things happen or occur on the world stage, or if they happen in your life, embrace the Pluto theme. Let go. Just let it go, because something else will come in. Again, a new world is emerging that's going to be more in tune with those Aquarian themes. And with those Aquarian themes, we will be seeing equality. We will be beginning to see collective communities working together for the common good. But as I mentioned, this isn't going to happen overnight. You know, New Earth, one of equality, community, true compassion of others, it's coming. It's being birthed. By the time Pluto makes that final trek into Aquarius in December of 2024, we're really going to be able to appreciate power to the people. It's coming. Global community, horizontal power structures, grassroots efforts for the communities of understanding, people taking care of people instead of trying to amass wealth. I love that. Civil rights, equality for all people will be the themes now, and Pluto, in its perfection, will slowly review each of those dynamics at that time to make certain the imbalance does not get in there, it does not exist, or it too will not be supported. But let's take it one step at a time. We're working on Capricorn now. Finally, and I do mean finally, after all of that this week, again, it's not going to happen overnight. You may begin to see some of these shifts occur, like I said, at 0 degrees of Aries, new moon, and sun in Aries at the same time, with especially Manway being at 1 degree. We are birthing new Earth, and it's going to take a little bit of time. We're going to see the destruction, but please hold tight. Then at the end of the week, we've got a big shift in energy. It's not quite as huge as the Pluto change, which, my goodness, it's been a long time coming. But this one is about Mars. Mars has been in the sign of Gemini for, my goodness, since last August, I believe. And it's going to leave the sign of Gemini and move into Cancer. I mean, my goodness, it's been a while, right? And it's been a very difficult Mars retrograde cycle for some of us. So we're ready for that shift. And now Mars is going to move into Cancer. It's all about deep felt emotions. You're less likely to hold back when emotion drives you forward, that's for sure. Your emotions you'll want to take action based on how you feel right now. But I ask you to please be mindful and ground yourself when necessary. Be sure, express those emotions when necessary, and practice self-care when needed. That's for sure. Self-care is going to be very important. It really is a big week, energetically speaking. Get outside with nature. If you find yourself overwhelmed, or even in the coming days, like I said, we've got Pluto is going to be banging at Capricorn themes from now till December 2024, basically with a little reprieve here and there. But those Capricornian themes are really going to get broken down. It may be difficult to watch. My suggestion would be don't turn on the news, disconnect, and focus on the dawning of Aquarius and those themes of Aquarius that we are wanting to emerge so desperately. We are seeing the literal birth of new Earth, but I'm guessing there's going to be a few labor pains in the process, but we can take it. Wouldn't be the first time we've seen it, that's for sure. It's also very pioneering energy, like I said, with Aries. So find a way to use that energy to benefit yourself, but also benefit the collective. That's another Aquarian theme. Now, that's all I have from you from an energetic standpoint. It's a lot, I know. But let's talk about the card. And today's card, I couldn't help myself. I had to get the Dragon Oracle deck out, because to me this screams Aries with all the red on those cards. And this is by Diana Cooper. And our card for today is the Silver Dragon. Let me get it right up there for you. Okay, let's read what the book says. Your fifth dimensional soul blueprint contains the keys and codes of your gifts, talents, wisdom, and powers. Much of this is locked away and unused. Receiving this card suggests that it's time for some of this potential to be ignited and brought forward into your life. You are ready to reveal yourself and be who you truly can be. Sit quietly and see or sense the shimmering silver dragon who has come to you. Allow it to reflect back to you the hidden aspects of your soul and your higher possibilities. This may or may not be a conscious process, but it will inspire you to express your essence and transform your life. Wow, there's that Pluto influence. Be ready to develop any gifts or qualities that the dragon draws to your attention. You may surprise yourself. The silver dragon. Whew, how apropos. I'm going to take that advice personally and invite Pluto's energy to expose any power dynamics in my own personal life that are out of balance so I can tap into the potential of the fifth dimension, especially how it relates to the age of Aquarius. Well, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you stopping in today. I'm just so under the weather. My voice is kind of weird and probably turning red, so I apologize. But if you did like this video, please click the like button. If you know somebody who could be helped by this video, please do share it with them. If you have any comments or suggestions, post them in the comment section below, and I will most certainly get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, please click the subscribe button. I hope you have a most fabulous week of transformation because we are birthing the new Earth. Namaste.